we're giving away some awesome packed gear. Enter at the link below. Do you just love getting a good deal?
I love it, especially if it's on a last minute flight.
That is very, very nice, but trip prices can really start to add up. So saving on gear is actually where you can really start to save some money. So let's find out if it's actually worth it.
Boom.
2 slings. So we have the Moment MTW mini fanny sling, which is a personal favorite of mine. And then
Eric's.
And
People love
Eric's,
it. Yeah.
yes. And I've recommended this to a ton of different people, but this is a cheaper version of a similar style. So this one is about $10, and the Moment is, at the time of the video, about $40. I've always gotten it like on sale, and I get it at like $30 or so. So I personally, obviously, as this is a favorite.
I love this like multiple times you've gotten on sale, probably for friends and gifts.
1,000%, yeah. I've gotten it in different colors. I've gotten it for people. I've like messaged people to be like, it's on sale now, you should get it.
Okay, I mean, this is crispier.
Yeah. So this is a polyester material and this is a nylon.
Yeah, this is swishy. I mean, I don't know, the shapes are so different. Like this is more of a purse carry, right? And this is more of like a fanny pack that you could wear as a sling.
Yeah, this one here really curves to your body a surprising amount. This like has the shape that naturally does it, but even when you wear this one on, it still kind of falls in a way that kind of curves against you because it is so thin.
Right.
And I think the thin design is where these really start to shine.
Yeah. I mean, slings are so personal, right? Like these are completely different shapes. Like relatively, the organization is similar. I mean, I guess you get a back pocket in this one.
Which is nice.
And a super jingly big zipper, which is kind of odd, but like, hey, it's $10. It's kind of personal preference on this one. The strap is a little thicker versus thin on the Moment.
Yeah.
Which I like a thinner strap for a smaller bag. I don't think you're really gonna lose either way.
In terms of performance, I definitely agree. In terms of style, I think this is where, like you mentioned, it really starts to get like nice and defined. I think the attention to detail in terms of like the colorful buckle matching the color of, I mean, technically this also technically matches.
Black on black.
But it's a tinier, so it's less imposing. This one's like a little bit flatter. I do notice that with this one, because it's so thin, my gear can kind of poke through, whereas this one has a little bit of almost like padding. You know how you can feel like between the two, it's like double lined. I would personally go with something that's a little bit more style focused for, you know, $20 more.
And Moment's like a big photography brand, so they're always gonna be focused on aesthetic.
For a budget bag though, this does feel pretty well made.
Yeah.
So I think it's gotta give it credit for that.
Yeah, totally. I think it's great. Personal preference. Oh, I can see it on the screen.
So these two are two things that you're familiar with already. Isn't it crazy the size difference between these two?
But this is like a big family one, right? Are they both?
No,
why do they make this so big?
So this is the Amazon Basics passport holder, passport wallet, and then this is the Alpaca Zip travel wallet. It can hold 2 cards, which, you know, not great, but also like.
I mean, this is so much better.
I know, and they both hold 3 passports.
Let me stay objective. Oh, they both do. Okay.
So this one has a passport slot here and in the back, and then this is technically a slot where you could put a passport.
Does it fit in there?
It does fit in there.
Prove it to the audience.
No pressure. Yes, it does fit in there. And then there is technically a front pocket where if I was going through security, this is definitely where I would put it.
Yeah, for sure.
And this one has it here, the little mesh.
Well, not
it
on
has
the outside,
a mesh,
but
mesh there, and then it has one up here, and then technically also has an outside pocket where you could put it if you really want to. And yeah, it really falls in there. The biggest advantage of this Amazon one is that you get 10 card slots and you have a lot of zippered pockets and like good cash storage.
Who's traveling with 10 cards these days?
So the Amazon Basics one is
$12.99.
About 20, a little less than 20, and then this Alpaca one is just under 50. So it is a pretty significant price jump. However, I would never carry this anywhere apart from like in my bag.
Why is it so long?
It's so long. It's so long.
Is this like
it's
you
so
want to
big.
provoke people to steal it from you?
Honestly, at this point, it doesn't even look like it's holding cash or cards or a passport. Like, I don't know what's in here, but it's nothing valuable.
The benefit, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be objective with these videos because I see y'all's comments in the comments. You're always like, he's being too hard on this. This one is like overwhelmingly, I want that one for myself. It's just the design is so much tighter. The interior is like way tighter. The material feels a lot better. You can still fit the same amount of passports. Granted, you have 2 card slots here, but you can hold more than 2 cards in there. You could probably hold like 3 in each of these. I mean, we could test it, but it just looks so much better. I mean, this is just a chunky boy. If you're on a budget, I mean, this is good, I guess. But like you
does the
can't really
job.
put this into a sling. It's like,
Also, if I was on a budget, I probably would just omit a passport wallet entirely, to be honest.
there you go.
For the most part, if I don't want a passport wallet, I'm not bringing one at all. But if you want one, it's kind of hard to beat.
That's the big brain answer, I feel like.
Yeah.
That answer was better than mine.
This is Old Faithful.
This one.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. I think you might have a bit of a bias.
Yeah, I use this like every day for like years. Anyway, so this versus this.
So they're both magnetic,
both
MagSafe
heavy.
compatible tripods.
Heavy boys.
Yes, they also both, if you don't have a MagSafe case or if you don't have an Apple device, you can have additional like accessories that will make it compatible with Android. They have very similar functionality, but obviously the biggest difference is that the more budget one is significantly larger.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you can do that, and then also this will lift up,
That's
so
kinda-
you can
that's
give
kinda
it
nifty.
a bit more space. You can adjust the angle, obviously. And then there's also a spot on the back here where you can add like a mic or
Right.
a light or something like that. So they say you can also put it in like vlogging mode, you know?
And that actually sticks.
Yeah.
Like this magnet is very strong. It's stronger than the magnet on the Peak design, which
Yeah,
is
I
very
mean,
interesting.
Like that's pretty intense.
If you're a content creator, this one for sure.
Yeah, I would say
Like-
like function for
Yeah.
sure. But in terms of like minimal travel,
Right.
I mean, this is bananas.
Okay, let me try to put that in my pocket.
Yeah.
Actually. Do 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 do.
It's fine, you just look crazy.
It looks okay. I mean, it's better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is actually really nice.
It feels really,
It's
really
solid,
nice. So in terms of price comparison, this comes in just under 30, and then the Peak design comes in just under 80.
Wow.
So pretty significant price difference.
And let's do the pocket test with this one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically, you can basically leave this on.
Which is what I think the biggest benefit of that,
Yeah.
where if you don't know or like you just kind of want a tripod for, I don't know, casual everyday use.
So there's a little hex there.
Yeah, you can loosen it
Or
if you
Allen,
want.
one of those two. And then honestly, like this is a really good find. I mean, that's solid, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's not going anywhere.
This is even a little, wow. I just love this though. Like flip it down, you're on a call. It's like,
Yeah.
good different angles, like different tension with a built-in tool. Allen system that they're gonna take away from you anyways at TSA. So like, this is like a more streamlined, better travel setup, but like, if you want something more solid or more, you're more of a content creator, this is definitely worth a look.
Yeah, and a lot smaller than other like
Yeah.
phone-sized tripods.
Like the Joby Gorilla Pod, and that has its own benefits, but
Yeah, definitely
that is
more
way
packable,
smaller.
more functional, just not quite as small.
Ready?
Yep.
Must be the Night Eyes Carbo.
Oh,
Nightcore. Must be the Nightcore Carbo. Oops. Is this a camera?
No, so this is when you turn it on, it tells you how much power is left.
I mean, that's kind of cool.
Which is nice,
Which
and,
is much better than what we've seen with Nightcore.
Yes, so
Everyone
we-
complains about the light bleed in Nightcore.
Yeah, we have an issue telling how much power is
Yeah.
actually left in this one. This one, there is no question. So that's pretty nice. But they're both 10,000 milliamp hour. In terms of pricing, we have the Nightcore in at just under 90, and then the budget option adds just under 30. But they both have similar functionality in terms of they are both quick charge. But the biggest difference is that the cheaper version has a micro USB option, which a little outdated at this point, but if that's something that's a huge deal breaker for you, then you got an option.
There you go.
The other large difference between them being the build quality. So one of the things that we really love about the Nightcore Carbo is the carbon fiber
Yeah.
construction.
Yep.
And it's just very sleek and lightweight. This is definitely not that, but you're paying significantly less.
Yeah.
And the footprint's honestly not that different.
Not
I
that
mean,
different. These are both pretty good. I don't know. I really like the Nightcore, like the form factor and the case. But this is actually super nice, and I do like that LED display.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big percentage fan too, like seeing 100% here. Because this, like, you press this and you're like, I think it says 2 LEDs, maybe 3. All I know is like it's not full. The percentage thing probably isn't 100% accurate, but like it's nice to have a number. What about speeds?
The USB-C ports are the same speed. They're both 20
Yeah.
watt.
Okay.
And then the USB-A port on the Nightcore is 15 watt and 18 watt. And then we have 22.5 watt on the cheaper version. So
Gotcha.
a little bit of a difference there. But in terms of USB-C, which is how a lot of people charge now, that is going to be similar.
I'm gonna go with this one for the aesthetic, and I would just spend a little bit more, but like this is a solid pick. And this one actually looks pretty dang good. actually.
Yeah. I would go with the budget option because I don't
Yeah.
actually find myself using them a ton when I'm out.
That's
Because I
true.
generally keep my phone tucked away
Yeah.
and I don't need them until I actually really need them. So this would just be overkill for me.
You
in
must
terms
not
of
play
price.
Pokemon Pocket.
I do not, but I
Yeah.
feel like I
That's where all
really
my batteries
need to
going.
start.
Yeah.
So, Quip toothbrush. This is the toothbrush that you use on the daily.
Not daily. When
Ah,
I'm traveling.
traveling.
Years. This has been it. I tried to use that Philips one, but it was like slightly too long for pretty much every dop kit we ever used.
Yeah.
So lengthwise, I mean, it's looking like this one so far is okay.
Yeah.
I like the way this one feels in my hand better. It's like I have grip without it being like something that's gonna soak up a bunch of toothpaste.
Yeah.
This is just slippery, straight up.
Yeah, it is really slippery. And the lid is the longer part. I almost want like a longer handle.
Yeah.
For
this is a good vibration though.
In terms of
Yeah.
like the vibration strength, we have that one at 22,000 vibrations per minute, and then Quip is 15,000 vibrations
Yeah.
per minute.
can feel it.
And dentists recommend finding something more in the 30 plus range.
Yeah, okay, so
in
they're
terms
both
of
not good
effectiveness.
enough.
Both not good
Yeah.
enough, but this budget option is slightly better. It's definitely stronger if
Yeah.
you're looking for like toothbrush performance. And this comes in at just under $16,
Yeah.
where the Quip is about 45.
45, yeah.
So definitely a significant difference. They both take AAA batteries, so they're very easy to replace anywhere in the world.
Yep.
The heads of the toothbrush on both of these are very easy to remove and replace. The heads for the Quip are a little bit more expensive. They're about $11 a pop if you don't
Yeah.
do the subscription.
Right.
And these ones you can get I don't know, I think it was like a 5-pack or something on Amazon, and they end up being about like $5 each.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of like budget, honestly, I think this one is pretty nice. Like
Yeah.
it's not as sleek or as packable, but I think if you're looking for something that like maybe matches the vibrations of a toothbrush you have at home, this
It's a little bit more of
seems
a
like it
pick.
would fit
Yeah.
pretty well.
I'm always curious as to like what came first. I think a lot of these like new companies bring something in that's innovative and then it just gets ripped off and cheapened.
Mm-hmm.
But like maybe this is better. Like it feels a lot more cheaply made. Like the materials are undoubtedly like not as good as the Quip.
Yeah.
But the vibration strength is higher. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, these are both interesting picks. This one has a stronger vibration and it's cheaper. I don't know. It's like kind of like the Nightcore. I think it just looks better. It feels better in the hand. Like that's
Yeah.
really important to me.
Yeah.
And R&D for a company. Like, I don't know if this got like ripped off and cheapened. I don't know. It'd be nice to have the facts on that, but I feel like that happens like in a lot of other places where you have a brand that does all the R&D for everything. They design it, they make it like really, really good, and then someone else gets a hold of it and they kind of like make a cheaper version of it. And it's kind of like, that's not really like pushing us forward. It's just turning something into more of a commodity.
All right, rapid fire, picking your favorite. Sling, passport wallet, tripod, battery bank, and toothbrush.
So we're like the same Sling, but nothing else.
No, it was same on this one.
Same on
It was
passport.
same on that
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
same
yeah.
on
The
this one.
soft goods were
We have
agreed upon.
different needs.
We have different preferences.
Yes. We'd love to hear from you guys what cheap gear you prefer to travel with if you want us to check it out.
And remember that this is totally your personal preference and what you select. It's good to go budget with some things and splurge a little bit more on others. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker. We'll see you in the next video.